I'd like to welcome each and every individual to Voices of Integrity for White Males Over 50. And this is an intriguing podcast. I can assure you, you are not gonna go ahead and hear what you hear on this podcast anywhere else. You just won't. So let's start off. Let's start off with Ken. What you would like to accomplish, Ken?
So I'd like to get everybody's perspective on this call of 3 or 4 questions. One is, do you have deep relationships? How many do you have? How did you go about establishing those, and why do you want them?
Okay. Let's start off with Elaine.
In regards to Ken's questions?
Yep.
Okay, so the first one, do you want deep relationships? Yeah. What was the next one?
Do you have any?
I think so. Believe so.
I didn't quite hear that.
Sorry, you're cutting out there.
Can you hear me?
I can now a little bit. Not now.
That works bad. I have quite a few deep relationships. What was the next one?
When you say quite a few, you don't know a number?
I'd say at least 3.
Was that 3?
3?
3.
Yes.
3, Ken.
Okay, sorry. The third one is, how did you go about establishing or developing them?
Sorry, you're cutting out again. We'll have to come back. Jump out, jump back in or something. Adam, how about you?
So I have a question for before answering that. Is that depends upon a gender or not?
A gender? No,
Yeah.
it can be either.
Okay. So I do have and I want also. So first, for the first question, yes, I want that, and for the second question, I do have and it's 2. And for establishing it, I would say the first one was in the way go with the flow. I didn't want that, but it eventually got that so deep. But for the second one, I have had to work on it to make it happen, and I give it a try. And I'm not in, you can say, totally in a deep relationship, but I need to work on it to make it really happen.
Got it.
So when you say you worked on, or you've worked on the second one, how did you work on it?
So it is in my college. So first step would be meeting him. Ice breaking was the first thing I could do, and eventually giving someone hints that I like him or not, him, her, or not, and The third thing would be the social media platforms to daily interact with him, her, and this is the thing I could do, and uh, finding something about him or her that nobody knows, or he can trust me to tell that. So that would be the thing I can say. Uh, we can say this can be happen if you have a deep relationship,
Thank you. Why do you want them?
because I like them.
Do you know why?
Hmm, I'm not properly or accurately know why, but is it that I uh, from my heart like it?
Okay. Thank you.
Ms. Anna?
Um, do I have deep relationships? Maybe. Do I want them? Yes. Am I working on them? Yes. How am I doing that? Probably being more open to finding out what develops a deeper relationship. One of the things I struggle with is probably accepting criticism when I'm working on when I want to have a deep relationship, accepting the criticism that comes with it. I think those are my answers.
So when you said maybe, you're not sure if you have any or number?
What I think I have a deep relationship may not be what the other person thinks. So that's the answer that I don't know.
Oh, okay. So do you think you have, can you give me a number of the people you think you have a deep relationship with?
Maybe one or two.
Okay, thank you. Mark, what about you?
Yes, I have deep relationships. No, I don't want them. I have 107 of them. And so what do I do to develop deep relationships? I put myself at risk. I invest massive amounts of time and energy. I'm willing to be disappointed, hurt, abused, mistreated, and then abandoned.
So I didn't quite understand when you said the abandon. Can you tell me more about that? Like that's just something you've experienced by doing it?
Yeah, most of the deep relationships end in abandonment.
And so those are not included in the 107?
Those are not included.
Okay. How long did it take you to get to 107?
60 years.
Yeah.
I mean, 60 years and I don't know what it is, 9 months or something.
Right. Thank you.
Nicole said that, I had a twin sister in the womb. So that's another story for another time.
So what about you, Ken?
Uh, Good question, Adam. Thank you. Um, do I want to have a deep relation? I thought I did. Um, I think I still do. Do I have any? I think I do. I would say the number, I'm not as precise as Mark, so I'm just guessing right now. I think I'd say I've got 7. But it could be 8, 9, 10, could be 4. So, and then how do I establish them? I took time with them. Talked about personal, deeper things, not just the weather and stuff like that. So they shared and I shared. So there's transparency, there's trust. And then there's truth, being truthful with them, or them being truthful with me, even when it hurts. So I think I answered all my own questions.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking.
Elaine. Let's see if the connection's better.
You're on mute. I don't think the connection's better.
Aaron. Aaron, good to have you on.
Is this Aaron Bontrager?
I don't know.
I think
Aaron?
so.
Aaron Bontrager! Wow.
The guy that has, he thinks, 6 sisters, and he's not sure if he's Aaron Bontrager. This is an interesting guy. Let's start off with Ben. Uncle Ken, Ben, went ahead and asked some questions, and so go ahead and Ken asked Ben and Aaron those questions.
So Ben, these are the 4 questions that I ask. Do you want to have deep relationships? Do you have any? How did you establish them? And why do you want them? Ben, you're up and you're on mute.
I feel like I have a few deep relationships. Do I want deep relationships? With a select few, yeah, I would say yes. How I established a lot of the deep relationships I have is probably over time and asking the right questions. People are usually pretty open. If you kind of like lean into it, don't be crazy. But once you start asking the right questions, you can get someone to open up and you can be pretty open with them once they open up, or vice versa. Yeah, I think I answered all of them. Am I missing any?
How many do you think? You said a select few. What can you put a number on that?
6, probably, just off the top of my head. Naming each one of them might be a little difficult, but
No, that's fine. We didn't ask for names. Aaron.
Yes and no. I don't know.
I want to make sure I understand what questions you're answering. Yes, you have them.
Yes, I want them, and no, I don't want them.
Okay. And how did you establish the ones that you have?
I'm not sure I have any.
If you did have some,
Oh,
what made it? I mean, you said you think you have them, I think.
mhm.
So those ones that are thought that you might have, what makes them so that you think you might have a deep relationship with them?
I'm not sure.
So,
Okay.
Aaron, do you think you have a deep relationship with me?
I don't I don't know the definition of deep relationship. I'm not sure if
Do you think
Okay.
you have a deep relationship with me?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And so, I think I have a deep relationship with you, but maybe I don't. So if
Okay.
if I don't, it's okay. I just have to reduce my number from 107 to 106. So it's okay. I mean, I still have another 106, so it's not that big a deal. But I just want to make sure, because Ken, it's important to answer questions and to be accurate. And so I want to make sure So if you don't think I have a deep relationship with you, I guess we don't. And so I'm okay with that, but I think we do.
Okay. No, I don't know. Like I said, I don't.
So I was
Okay.
going to say that, Ken, but I thought it might be a little confusing. I was going to say I have 107 deep relationships, and then I have 232 half deep relationships.
Where if you ask them, they would say they don't know.
Probably. And so I might need to move it to 106 and then move it to 235. So I might need to adjust that there. So does that answer your question, Ken?
I thought you said 233. So did you just take one away and add two to the other?
It's might be. We can go back and listen to the recording. The deep relationships. Deep relationships.
Sorry, yes, that does answer my question. Thank you. I digress.
My B
Mark?
relationships, I don't track them quite as tight as my A, which might be why they're B and not A. So anyways, okay. Does anyone
Mark?
yes.
How do you know so accurately the number? Is that for humor or is it accurate?
I was gonna say it's accurate, but then Ken started laughing. So I'm like, I don't know. I guess both. It's accurate.
So 200 and something, 33.
It depends. It might
That
be
really blew my
235.
mind.
So let's not focus on the B. There's 106. There's 106 A's. So deep relationships, there's 106. I thought there was 107, but because Aaron didn't know, I mean, he was confident about Ken's. Okay.
It's not a competition either.
No, we're just clarifying things. Like,
No, I know.
we're just clarifying things. And so there was some stuff. And so
Oh my
so 106, which do not include the ones that abandoned me. You know, and so
How big is that list, Mark?
I think it's 9.
9. Okay.
I'm pretty sure,
Wow. I thought the number would be a lot more.
right?
Yeah.
I figured that number would be more than your B list.
Really? Thanks. Appreciate it. Half deep.
It's not meant as a negative. It's like, I mean, you've been doing this for 60 years and what, 2 months? I mean, that's a lot. And you're going through you got 106 right now. I mean, that's not a bad ratio. If you've got 106 and you only have 9, I thought it'd be a lot worse.
Yeah, my expectations might be a tad
I've
high.
got 5, and I don't think I've been working on it for very long.
Right? Right. So yeah, I've got Elaine. She's going after the 9 now, and she's gonna pursue them. Bring them back around. Ben gets all Ben gets all the credit. Now, yeah, Ben gets all the credit for these. For this effort now. So thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Added a lot to my life.
Yeah, I don't know if I want the credit on that one. I wouldn't.
Oh,
Did I say something to gain the credit?
Sorry, I apologize. My second oldest son, he gets credit for this, and so, but I'm not naming his name because he's like a lot of other people that brings me great value, but doesn't want to be acknowledged for it.
Sounds like a great guy.
Aaron, I'm curious as to why you joined us today.
Oh, I have no reason. I was just driving in, look at the clock. I'm like, I wonder if they're on a Zoom call today. So I jumped on here. I want to make sure Ken was okay,
Okay, right.
Still breathing. I don't know if I'm okay, Aaron, but I'm still breathing.
Okay.
Thank you so much for being concerned about me. I'm not even have a deep relationship, and you care about me. Wow, that's
So
top level.
I was hoping that something would come in about the white males over 50. So thank you, Ken, I
I'm
appreciate
here
that.
for you.
No. So the white male over 50 is not needy. They're not needy at all. And if you don't say they're a deep friend, they're okay with that. It's not that big a deal. Like they're not going to keep score, get hurt. They're not going to do that. They're not even going to joke about it. I mean, they might joke about it, but there's no truth to it. They're not hurt. So they're not really that competitive. Like, they're not really competitive at all. So there's a number of books that I think are going to be written in the future. And this connects back into deep relationships. If I can't connect any dots for you guys this year, okay? So I can't do that.
Why not?
Because this is the year I'm not connecting any dots.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're saying, Mark, are you saying you're intentionally this year trying to be stupid? And the answer is yes, I am. And if you're
Okay.
asking why, I'd say, I'm sorry, I can't connect that dot. And then if you say, so are you saying like everybody's stupid? And I'm like, I didn't say that. You said that. So anyways, it's always good to have you on, Aaron. You always inspire me as a half deep friend. I don't feel so bad because Aaron, when I ask him how many sisters do you have, Aaron?
It's 6, I think.
So that's what he said the first time too. I think 6. It's like wow, 6-ish, 7-ish. This is Mark a deep friend ish? Is Ken a deep friend? Nope. So
is one of the 6-ish? Is there one of the 6 potentially that is kind of more questionable for you, like a specific name? You're an ish.
No.
Oh, don't be silly, Ken. Don't be silly. That's not what he's talking about. Anyways, I don't know why Aaron doesn't come every week. I don't understand it. And so, anyways, we only have 2 minutes before, another podcast, which you definitely want to, especially for white males over 50 or those that have white males over 50 in their life. It's Voices of Integrity for Passions. So great podcast. Anyways, there's a series of books that are going to be written, and it's like, I'm a black man. Why do black men hate me? I'm a Christian. Why do Christians hate me? I'm a Latino woman. Why do Latino women hate me? I'm a Christian. Why do Christians hate me? That connects back into the deep relationships, by the way. If you can't connect the dots, come back on another podcast and, somebody will be able to connect those dots for you as well. The last and the final in the series will be, I'm a white male over 50. Everybody hates me. Why don't I care? Which is weird because all the white males are like, I get that. I get it. I totally get it. But what's weird is the white male over 50 is exceptionally sensitive and very fragile. And they're searching for deep relationships, and they're searching for a whole bunch of things, especially if they have a successful business. If they don't have a successful business and they're trying to eke out a living, well, then they're working on eking out a living. But if they have an economic engine that kind of runs, they have a lot of free time on their hands. And so this could be good, or this could be really bad. If you're a Christian and you're thinking of David, I'm guessing that would be a good thought. Whatever you do not go up on your roof. Do not do that. If you have any questions, connect with the individual who invited you, or you can call toll free 888-230-2888. 2300 outside the US 630393. Definitely register for your live GPS. It only takes a couple minutes. Don't be a spectator. You know, get on the field, get in the game. Don't just listen to the podcast, but actually become engaged. You'll be introduced to somebody and they'll get you connected into the group, and it'll be a lot of fun. Always remember, we can accomplish far more together than we ever could on our own. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.